Hey everybody, it is Dr. Dustin Bain with another unmotorized moment of inspiration, and today we are coming at you talking about crop dusting at Caribou and your health. Now, for those of you who realize and understand that Tuesday mornings are typically where I go to a local coffee shop, I get marketing done, I get advertising done, I get some things done organization-wise. Well, this morning, I happen to be in Caribou Coffee, and I usually sit in the same spot because I'm a creature of habit, and I'm sitting in the exact same, hi Betsy, sitting in my exact same spot where in my tables, in my chair, off to the right, there's a little partial wall. And on the other side of that is the garbage. Well, this morning, got my journal out, I'm writing, I got my coffee there, my Americano, you know it. I'm drinking it, and all of a sudden, I see this older woman, blue hair, glasses, shorter, walk over to the garbage can, throw her trash in there. I look up, we make eye contact. She turns and she walks away. Now, normally not a big deal. But what followed in the next 4 to 5 seconds was this aroma, this stench, this odor that seemed to come from where she was to all of a sudden covering me and just staying right here. Now, if you're unfamiliar with crop dusting that was the experience that I had today. She literally farted and walked away. And as we made eye contact, she kind of gave this little look like, she knew what she was doing. She was crop dusting. She's walking away. And as she left, as I'm not enjoying this experience that I was, where I was, it just lingered. It didn't go anywhere. As I sat there, I got to think, all right, because only I can think about this kind of weird stuff as this is going on. I got to think, what about when you leave someone behind your problem? When you walk away, when your time is up, and all of a sudden you're gone, but yet the problem is still there. Now, this can show up in a lot of places in your life. This can show up in your health. Whether it's, you don't care for yourself, you don't exercise, you eat a lot of junk food all the time. What does that leave behind for your kids and your spouse when you're gone? What's that look like? Is it a mess? Is it crazy? What does it look like? Is it in your finances? Where you're going through life is good. All of a sudden your health starts to deteriorate because you're not taking care of it. And you leave behind a mess. You leave behind, while you're going through the world, you're trying to keep up with the Joneses. You're spending. And what you're leaving behind for your kids after you're gone is just stress, right? It's you're not leaving the world better than when you came. And if you're just joining, I'm talking about crop dusting. And if you're unfamiliar with what crop dusting is, please go back to the beginning. This will all make sense to you in a second. Because it comes down to the point with when you're showing up and when you leave, but the problem is still there, that's a big problem in your life. We're talking finances now. Is it because you haven't trained or shared with your kids on proper ways to manage your finances? Is it you're just spend, nothing's coming in? Is it in fellowship? Think about it like this. Is it in your relationships? Do you have any? Without friends who will always be there when you're gone, to help out with the, quote, mess, if you left it behind, when they're gone, for your kids, for your spouse. Because you not only have to think about what's happening as you're in the world, you have to think about what happens after you leave. What goes on? What's going to happen? As again this morning, with this older woman, after she crop dusted right past me, gave me the glimpse of smile, like, you know what I just did, and kept walking, and then the aroma just kind of lingered around my head. I just started thinking, what happens after I'm gone? After I leave, what am I leaving behind? Am I leaving a mess for my family, for my kids? Or is everything organized? Is everything in line? And so there's a plan for everything. So I want you to do, here's the objective, the opportunity, the challenge, the inspiration, the motivation, whatever you want to call it for yourself today. Look at your life. If something changed for you today, if all of a sudden, boom, you went from living to you're gone. What does the world that you leave behind for your loved ones, what does that look like? Is it a mess? Is it going to leave an aroma and a stench that just lingers for years and years and years and years? Or is it going to be okay? That's all I got for today. Hope everybody has an amazing day. If you haven't already, please go back. Watch this. This will all make sense. Crop dusting, Caribou, and your health. Also, what I also encourage you to do is go to Inspired Nation Online. You will find podcasts galore. I think we're up to close to 260 podcast episodes now. They're short, they're sweet, they're succinct, but they'll give you an idea of what are simple things you can notice throughout the day. That's all I got for today. Hope everybody has an amazing day. And until next time, you know what to do. Stay inspired.